On this tutorial, I will show you how to set up a simple headline test so you can see which of two headlines converts the best. So we need to set up a new test. I'm going to choose the first empty slot, slot number 2, and I'm going to call it headline test, nice and simple. You don't need to type in a description, but it might help you later to remember what the test was about when you're looking at your results. For the price options, we are testing two different headlines. Both of those will be having the same price. So in this case, I'm going to put $29.95 for the first one and $29.95 for the second one. Don't put the currency symbol in there, just put the actual number of the amount. And the URL, we don't need to fill in these two fields because we are sending people to the same page and just testing an element within that page. If we were testing two different pages against each other, we would need to fill out these two fields. So I've got all the information that I need. I now create the test. And I need to go to the Get Code page in order to get the code for this particular test. So I'll pop over there. It's test number 2, which I've called headline test. And there's some code here that I need to copy and paste into my website. There are 3 sections of code. The first section here goes at the very top of my sales page. Now it's important that you put this code right at the very top before any other code appears on the page. The second section, just here, this wraps around my 2 different options, and you can repeat this code on the page if you need to. For example, if you were testing the price and the price appears in several places on your page, then you'd need to put this code in every place on your page where you show the price. And the last section here is for your download or thank you page. So this is the page that you send people to after they've made a purchase. It could be a page where they download their order, or maybe an order confirmation page to let them know that their purchase is on the way. So these are the 3 sections of code, but before I paste those in, I just want to quickly show you what I'm going to be changing. So these are the 2 files that I have. This one is my sales page, and this one is my download page. Now before I do anything at all, I'm going to duplicate my sales page and I'm going to keep that safe. So this page, if I make any mistakes, or if I want to go back and change this later, I've got an original copy that I can come back to, so I strongly recommend that you do that. And I'm also going to do the same thing for my download page. So I'm just going to keep those separate, and I'm going to be making changes to these 2 pages. So we're going to do the sales page first. So if I go back to Split Test Pro, the first piece of code that I need is this section right here. So copy all of this and make sure you do select all the code. Right click it and say copy. Now I want to put this, as we said, at the very top of my sales page. So if I go back to my sales page, I'm going to open this in Dreamweaver, but you can open it in a text editor or whatever program that you use. Now this is only a demonstration, so it's a very, very simple sales page. So it's got to go right at the very top. So I need to click the cursor in there at the very, very top, even before this doc type HTML tag. So the very first thing in the website, and I need to paste that code in there. So that's the code pasted in. If I go back over to Split Test Pro, and I go down to the second option. Now we're going to select all of this code. Just as before, we're going to copy it, and this code is used where we're doing the actual test. So if I go back over to my website, in this particular case, what I'm going to test is this headline, which is a feature headline, against this headline, which is a benefit headline. So you can see on the code here, those 2 options are right there. So I'm going to put the cursor in above those. I'm going to paste in that code I've just copied across. And what I need to do is move one of them into this part just here, and one of them into this part just here. So I'll select the first headline, and I'm actually going to cut it this time rather than just copy it so it disappears. I'm going to put the cursor into here, and I'm going to paste it on top of that other text. So the old text disappears, the option A goes here, and I've got my headline inside there. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing with my second headline. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to select all of this, and then I'm going to paste over the top of it. So there we go. So now, when people come to the website, some people will be shown the first headline, and some people will be shown the second headline. And we can track which one of those people see which headline. So when they arrive at the download or the thank you page, we know which headline they saw and which one made them buy the product. So you can see here, because we've got some PHP code, that's now turned blue. Now that might not happen for you. This depends on what program you use to edit your website. Now if I head back over to Split Test Pro, the last piece of code that I need, this piece just here, this goes on my download page. So I'll copy that. I need to open up my download page. And it goes right at the very top. So I'll put the cursor right at the top there and then paste that in. So we've got our sales page with the code at the very top, and we've got our two options in there, option A and option B, which will display either the first headline or the second headline. And we've also got our download page. Now once you've done both of those, you need to save them and you need to upload them to your server. Once you've done that, your test is ready to go.